Greetings, comrades, and welcome back. It's time for more Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. We've been casually building up more money. I actually didn't even need to import any props this year. We managed to just barely get everything working. Now, the reason, of course, for this is actually because I actually had a lot of these steam cars here. Of course, there are no steam cars around when I need them. Delivering to these granaries rather than the central granary. And once I patched up the system so that everything was delivering to the central granary correctly, it's doing a lot better. Ironically enough, I was an idiot and didn't even bother to shut off. So, this whole time it has been as if though clothes are taking crops as well. That should basically tell you how screwed that has been. Alright. But good news, we get to make more clothes. Yeah, so we actually seem like we're okay. This is almost refilled. This thing's still not really working around the clock yet, but I mean, until I upgrade to more and more steam vehicles in general, we won't. But yeah, I mean, currently the harvest is underway for yet another season. We haven't really made much progress, unfortunately, in the area of constructing over here. All of my efforts have been taken up by the farms out here. Which, at least for the most part, are getting close to being done. It's been a nice summer. Yeah, it's been a good summer. Alright. But yeah, we're heading into another fall. I don't know, we're probably fine out there. Things are fine. But yeah, with a little bit more money coming in at least, because I've maintained our meat exports, which seem to be balancing pretty well. I am kind of concerned about our falling rate of children, though. Our birth rate has really been falling off the cliff due to this whole government loyalty issue. And I've come to a conclusion after reading the internet, which is that I need to build one of these historic town halls. Congratulations, this is now actually a high priority structure, but I'm probably going to keep building it. So, one of the needs of my people is prayer, but it turns out that you don't need a church to do that. The internet taught me something, which is that attractions give the prayer need as well. It's not just for tourism, as I once thought. So, you can pretty much range everywhere, actually. Nice. Yeah. So hopefully as we build that, that will help me their prayer need. Now, here's the trick. Government loyalty, as I understand it, goes down every time they fail to meet a need. So, that's one of the reasons why electronics, for example, is so important. If I can start meeting the prayer need semi-regularly, that should hopefully, I think, drag government loyalty back up towards about 37-38%, which is the maximum that these statues can bring it to. I would have to develop something crazy like radio to bring it higher, which is theoretically possible. I'm currently working through steel, though. But it will likely be a while because I need a headquarters of the Communist Party for that. And that's going to require the development of this city. And the development of this city just isn't happening until I have my own gravel and concrete. Which means this city has to be developed. So, yeah. It'll be a while. I am hopeful that the steel project will go well, though. Because, like I said, I can get coal. There's no good place for really building iron. I don't know, depending on how things go. I might have to ship some of the stuff by boat. Good lord. Well, as long as I have my own fuel, it's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, so we're in actually not terrible shape as this starts coming in. It's like we're holding like 34, 35 on average most of the time. Seems like everything's kind of stable. I guess, in addition, I need to consider this zone because I'll need to start incorporating attractions into cities I build from now on. The historic town hall seems like a good fit for that. It's, you know, pretty reasonably priced. Doesn't require a whole lot of workers. So, like I said, we'll incorporate that into our thing. Might be a good answer for what to do with that spot. We're just a little too... The cat knocks when he wants it there, by the way. Yeah, can't quite by the looks of it. Oh well. Here's fine. Alright. Small hotel. Yeah, there's no point for hotels, I don't think. But yeah, I'm kind of worried that at some point we'll find our population sort of fall below replacement rate. Which is a problem. But it's not the end of the world. It'll take a little while to get there and operate the deficit of population. So, like right now I have 100 and some odd that I can always put in, and I have more workers than I need here, technically. So, it works out well enough. Usually, anyway. But like I say, I'm pretty sure most of this crisis is solely just because... I don't think people actually come by to build this. Need to be delivered by the construction site. And the sole reason that we are in this situation is because of the whole prayer thing. Remember how I said on hard mode you do have to basically play perfect? Well, it turns out the whole time I had been making a single mistake. Probably one of the most minor mistakes possible, but... that means if I can fix it, then we should hopefully be able to restabilize it a bit better. I was not joking. You do basically have to play perfect. Like, if you fail to deliver anything, the entire system will fall apart. That's just how it goes. Now, the good news is, since we have clothes popping out again, we might begin exporting clothing? I don't know. I guess probably not, actually. I'm pretty sure I conscripted the clothing export. To turn it into something to move grain around, which is perfectly reasonable, mind you. Okay, so why are you unloading crops here? And stop loading from that grain storage. Alright. Alright. I guess it probably means I'll need a dedicated line running this, but that's fine. I have at least a couple of excess covered wagons here that I can apply. Alright, load grain. Unload grain. Go. There. Yeah, we're getting some clothing. I think I'll probably like sort of manually export clothes every so often. Once I build up like a decent reserve with them, I'll just send like one thing to do a couple rounds. Because it seems like the only real way I can handle it. Everything is going well. Yep, the central granary is nearly full. And our excess crop storages are, you know, all starting to fill up pretty good too. That is... I'm very happy with that. I'm still kind of concerned about our food production in general. But, like... there's nothing I can't fix with some more vehicles. Actually. So if I add it to that line... get going. It'll be another vehicle delivering crops. And should increase my overall food production. Which, again, if I ever want to actually complete down here, will be required. Oh good, we have a mechanism on site. So now I just need 21 tons of gravel. Someday. Yeah, this is high priority, so it should be the first thing getting everything delivered. Alright, also listed vehicles and buildings. How are we doing? Actually, pretty good. Wear and tear of machines. The rural bakery is starting to lose some efficiency. Every so often we'll have to repair the machines. But, yeah. No, that's good. That's part of the thing about using these, like, buildings as well. Yeah. Unable to visit church or place of spirituality. They don't have any religious sympathy, so yeah, we just need to build this historic town hall. Shouldn't take long. Alright. Looks like the system's starting to calm down a bit, which is good. The central granary is more or less filled. So. It's no longer a massive deal for me to be trying to get this going as quickly as possible. Yeah, we're actually stable. God, that's nice to say. That's funny, because at some point I'm going to have to replace that central granary. It's definitely far too small. Annoyingly enough, though, the grain storage here never seems to have any... yeah. More than 2 loading or unloading zones. So I'm going to have to see... Yeah, the road cargo station can do 4. So obviously it's probably going to have to be these attached to the granary. But building the mega granaries is a bit more of a tough thing. But realistically, the only things I'm missing are steel and gravel. Considering gravel will get me concrete and asphalt. Yeah, I'm not that far off. Looks like I actually can research this at a reasonable rate now. Plus, overall, I think my consumption is dropping now that, you know, I don't have 50% of my population being children. I think that helps. Yeah, we're like 2 loads of gravel away from finishing this. Yeah, we're still bringing in tons and tons of gravel for the various buildings out here, though. It'll get built eventually. But yeah, this is why I'm doing my best to try and, like, reduce my trade intensity with the outside world. Like, I can't even use, like, another nearby customs house, because that's another thing with having this large map, right? Like, is the customs houses are so freaking far apart. On a default size map, they're actually fairly close together to the point where you can usually kind of use 2, but not here. And not with vehicles that go 20 kilometers an hour. Oh, come on. There it is. I was wondering when the excavator was going to get here. Help these people out, will ya? Christ. Yeah, it's bad enough that it's going to take like 80 odd work days just to get this section done. Still, I'm pretty happy with how much we're starting to sprawl out. It's good to see. I'm happy to see my central granary full. You know, my secondary granary's overflowing. We have, believe it or not, more food than we need. Yeah, 4 horse covered. I was thinking about maybe getting a steam covered, but no. Let's get a 4 horse covered. Basically, I'm going to put another drain on the central granary and start trying to get a few more clothes being made, since I would say I have enough crops for it. Yeah, we could also start exporting alcohol as well. Yeah. Alcohol goes for like 400 a ton, which is pretty good. You know, it's more than meat. So that might be worthwhile. It might just, actually. It might just. No, I don't think I can really afford to increase my trade intensity further. Oh, Lord. I wish I could. Laying bricks. Alright. Well, it's marked as high priority, so we should get the bricks and the boards it needs soon enough. Yeah. It is nice that I can build things effectively really cheap. It hasn't moved at all, really. How unfortunate. God, I cannot wait until I have my own source of gravel. Even if it's barely any gravel at all, it will be so important to have. Yeah. I'm also thinking maybe setting up another town here. Because, like, I could try and maybe get a second bakery. Or even if I'm crazy, I could try and set up a full-blown food factory. Like, hang on here. 42 tons of crops a day, right? Like, assuming I can pull off getting it fully functional, that's 42 times 365. That is 15,000 tons of crops. So, no. Like, even with this extra set of 8 farm fields, I'm still probably only looking at producing 6,000 to 8,000 crops in my entire republic. That's just overkill, even still. As unfortunate as that is. Actually, slightly more crop to food efficiency as well. Nice. Grape vineyard, yeah. No. Well, the snow has come. We'll try and get what we can, but it's gonna be the last couple loads. That's fine. Other than this brutal traffic jam, as everyone tries to get in and out of the central granary. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really hopeful the historic town hall will help. But it seems it's still going to take a little while to actually get. Construction is slow. I guess we have currently no cranes. That's part of the problem, probably. So if I suspend and continue, that forces the cranes back here. Which then should immediately be willing to depart. Go build this. Oh no, it won't want to build that until ship fire. It's fine. Until some steel is actually delivered, unfortunately. Which may be difficult. Towards grain. Okay, so actually some steel was delivered. Hey, nice. So yeah, now crane's gonna come help. That will speed this up an incredible amount. Alright. The historic town hall is hopefully, according to the internet, instead of a church, will meet the needs of spirituality without increasing religious sympathy. And I think increasing religious sympathy is actually bad. Like, I think that's one of those stats, like alcohol addiction, you actually want at or around 0. Ideally. But yeah, unable to pray in church, 206. We'll see. We will see. It's on fire. Bruh. Well, thankfully this one's out already, but man, this one's right next door. We're okay. Yeah, that'd be a really bad building to lose. I have to watch out though, because fire does dramatically increase wear and tear on buildings. So this worker's cooperative needs to be rebuilt. Noted. I think it may have caught fire at some point. But yeah. There we are. Now we're actually getting construction. How about that? Alright. Well, that's a good place for us to end. We're stable, we're growing, and who knows? I think when we next come, it might be a bit of a time skip. Because assuming that this, you know, historic town hall does work as I expect it to, as the internet tells me it does, then we're gonna have, like, we're just gonna be stable. Then it's just a matter of earning enough money. And, you know, actually expanding. Alright. Thank you everyone for watching. I've been WS Kilton. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good day.